space taken by Fong Fong, but it's whether or not he can get anything done. The answer is no, but his teammates can.
It's a bit of a shutdown. 4 versus 2 off rip. Pistol round could be online early on. TP by Mazzino. They know that he's here, and they're backing off. Trace looking to give the space away, taking control instead towards the lamps. Over behind that box, 2 players tucked in. The cam's already reconfirmed the information. And that wall is causing a bit of a problem for Com. They have to expend a lot of ammo to break that open, and they use it to bait in. Locking into the fight. A good start. But still that trap. 2 players stood in behind that box, and Kai's the first to strike. Com now left in an uphill battle. A tough position. At least lands the first. But the time is ticking away. He has to get on that spike soon. Has to root these players out of position, and the double swing. Very close.
40 seconds on the clock. Execution now beginning, but King, as we saw last time out, kicking things off with a bang. Already going to isolate the rotation, make it a little bit harder, but the players on site are already doing an impressive job from Leviathan, but there is a trade back from BNK, at least making it competitive.
And they're starting to get some of these sonic sensors up, trying to throw in a curveball in case Leviathan get aggressive and take some space. Immediately Mazzino dropping locking, that's a problem. The spike needs to get on the ground, and they know that swing can come in from Bath. 8 seconds now, and they're isolated. No chance to put the spike on the floor until the round is over. 2. This is getting uncomfortable. Trace have to try to fight for this space, and the nade's gone in. That is going to take Fung Fung off the plant, drop the spike, and with that the round already secured. A follow-up from Aspas gets another nade, and there is no chance even saving the weapon now for Kai. Nearly impossible. Everybody being the main enemy. Now again, there's a player tucked in the corner. This time they'll clear it, and Bianche's the one to find it. Doubling up in the battle. Seekers go out, Tech's in trouble, and it's Bianche's triple that gets the B site for Trace. A 4 versus 2 as a result, and a plant almost guaranteed.
Well, they got to get the spike back, but it's not going to be easy. Already having to destroy some of the deadlock utility that was slowing them down, but that's all it's done, slow them down.
Double sensors.
And already, well, Bianche is looking for a little bit more. You can see Comms dissipated to the other side of the map, but he might meet Kai. Waiting there on that lurk, a late lurk, but Com expects it. That might just allow him to hold on to the rifle. The thing is, though, we already mentioned it, the last couple of rounds were squeaky clean for the side of LEV, so I really wouldn't mind if he goes hunt.
This would be terrible. And it is. The spike on the floor. He's not sticking around to defend it. The right call. But early on, Trace losing that, hesitating to pick it back up, and they'll go running right to the other side of the map, right towards that Viper's pit. The orb already up. They will have a timing to get out here in just a moment. They'll still have to deal with Mazzino on the backside, and he's looking for a fight.
And nade's going to be put in. Mazzino is going to deny 2 before the showstopper connects onto him. And that Viper's pit now has extra support. King has joined the B site. Tex is there watching behind. They don't have time to go back either. They have to just run into this site or just hold on to the weaponry that they've got. And I'm assuming at this stage they are going for that second option. The question is, again, with credit still available, do the remaining players of LEV just opt to fight this and try and remove those guns? Has been lurking. He's been taking space, and he's going to get the kill. That's a huge kill. That allows them the plant. That denies all the space that was there for the side of Leviathan. It's going to have to be a full retake.
This is what we've been missing. They've tried to push and pull the map, but they've never found the kills on the lurk in these rounds. It was only Bianche opening up a site, leveraging it out of their hands, but now they've actually got some space. They've got the plant, they've got the advantage to work with as well. Some players tagged up. And Leviathan definitely gearing up for this retake. The operator on Aspas, waiting for an opportunity for someone to show their face, but it's not happening. A very patient display by Trace as the timer runs down. Fung Fung able to take the double on the back, and now it's just the op. Turning tail to the A site and being chased down. Eventually, they'll just decide to let him be. Now, though, the space taken for free. There's the spot from Kai. Cage to protect him as well. A little bit of cushion, but Tex comes around the side. Opens up the back control, and the big swing again. Bianche, they're rushing to try to defend this man, but he can't get away. Luckily, the trade is in. 3 kills from Tex. Keeps it doable for Leviathan, though.
Yeah, the sensor to the backside. The wall also holding them back at least a little longer. It's going to take time to break it. I think Aspas not even going to shoot. He just wants to make sure that the game isn't given away, but the nade will do just that. Hebe, that's landed perfectly on him. It will force him out, but he's still standing. Hasn't been spotted. They don't know where he is right now. The sensor will get one. And in the meantime, Aspas, he's actually popped the showstopper, but instead, it's going to try tapping it. Knows he needs to get this one to half. Rocket back out, but he's not quite quick enough. Hebe with the Red Bull clutch.
Tiger goes through. It's seen them, and they've got their sights set on it. They're going to fight for the control. It's Aspas to find it. And in goes the Stim Beacon for the swing. Aspas with another, and they're shutting them down. Lighting up the kill feed. And the Leviathan side now with a 2-man advantage. That spike has no chance to be planted, and a flank underway. Traps covering it, but a lot of control given to the side of Leviathan.
It's such a deep trip as well. By the looks of it, it's been bypassed. But there is a second one. So it's not going to get any easier for Mazzino to lock them in, but he can make sure they're not coming back. And understandably, again, Trace are looking to try and take their time. Patience is key. There's a possibility that Bianca can find a timing here, but I think that timing is well gone. And with Aspas holding and watching, they are going to try and spam this one, but they've got to be careful that they're not the ones running out of bullets. Aspas, an immediate response to the IGL going down. But even still, the rest of the players somewhat locked out of the site. A flank coming in. Aspas has to fight versus 2, and he gets nothing. The jump across baits the fight, the stun as well to catch Tex. They know exactly where he is. And Mazzino's only just getting into play.
And they know he's coming. He had to break the trap to get through here. I think the hope was that Kai would be one of those players to fall, but nobody's falling on their side, and it's Kai's triple already. Mazzino out to put him to bed finally, but there's plenty players to trade that out. 6.
Tex alongside him. Kai is watching. The first goes his way, and the information will be there. He actually gets Aspas as well. Okay, that's a deadly judge to take that. Kicks out enough. Just running, spamming, knowing his opponent was low. But the rest of the team haven't just been sitting there. They're making their way towards the B side, but with 2 kills going down on A, I believe Viper being spotted and maybe even a flash being popped. Definitely a flash, in fact. Mazzino doesn't have any left. They know there's only 1 man on this A site.
They're looking for him. The Tigers got the scent. It's on the way, and King's being spotted. Molly down will delay them slightly, and the net is gorgeous. No escape for King. He's caught not just by the net, but by Fung Fung as well. Watch out for this swing, Com. Lawking's already swapped up his position deep to cover that walkthrough. And with the wall, the barrier blocking them out completely, Mazzino's going to have to give away his position. He knows there's a likely swing, but he can't do anything about it.
Towards the trip. Kai's been decent so far, under pressure, but you wouldn't think it. The way that he's playing! 3 in the pistol round. As said, this guy at times can look like an insane jet, but put him on the center. He's still hitting the shots. Mazzino, though, returns in kind. This would have to be an absurd clutch, but I've seen this man do it throughout the years.
Little heal as well.
He knows where he is.
That spam would have taken him out otherwise. And the heal comes back through. Just below 70. Trace, 4 versus 1. Nobody looking to peak. Playing this one down to the last on the timer. Letting Mazzino be the one that has to step forward. He sees an opportunity. And the shot connects through the wall. So much damage done already. If he had some teammates by his side, we might start to believe. But as he walks through.
The rifle. So if he goes down, there is potential. The rest of the team are going to go pushing, and they've walked straight into the trap. The sensor catches one now. Aspas trying to take space. He loses the fight as well. This bonus round is about as good as it could get. The nade going to do an extra little bit of chip damage. And my main worry now is that time is ticking. Com, though, has brought this back. He's made it competitive.
They don't want to get too far ahead of themselves. 20 seconds on the clock as the spike was starting to be planted, and sometimes you'll just go swinging in madly, but now these players are boxed in. The rotate's not quite here in time. Tex holding from further back. He has the back, and in fact, he has the front too. Fung Fung down, but the battle for Lamps is a little labored. They get there in the end, a 2 versus 2. Big swing in from Bianca, but he gets nothing done. The tap from Hebe, and that was terribly close.
Towards Showers, so information is there. Fung Fung's still in position. It's expected, and he's going to be removed. An important opener, in fact, 2 coming up from Aspas. We know what this man can do. when he's in form. Well, he's cleared the whole site on his own. 3 kills for Aspas. The other 2 players from Trace are out of there.
A much better round from Leviathan seen. They suspect that the B site is where the fight's coming through. That's when Feng steps up. The lighter investment. He couldn't even get full shields. They're trying to save their money for the next round, but now, like I said, a kill or 2, this becomes doable. That orbital strike, you start to think about possibly using it. If you get the information, and that they most certainly have. All 3 players spotted towards long. They're not going to have a way out of here. It's being watched, and they've been spotted coming back 35 seconds, even dealing with that man. If they don't kill him, you're not going to want to rotate to the A site. So much utility waiting there. And yeah, he's on his way to the other side. They still have to break through Feng, who's got another, the nade and the net, stopping them in their tracks. 20 seconds now, and Leviathan, they have nowhere to go. No space taken, and the spike on its way to spawn.
Already, pressure being put on. Aspas is just running out. He takes down Kai. That's a great start. The spike attempted to be planted. Orbital strike going to be used, forces him out of position, but there's not really anyone to capitalize just yet. Feng trying his best, and actually, he comes out with 2. Now has a showstopper his own. I think Aspas may have actually just jumped over that, but now he's surrounded. He's got players coming in from behind. They still don't have showers control, and I feel like they need to get out. They need to get out as quick as possible. They may get stunned on the B site, though.
And Heibei will be there to capitalize if they do. In fact, Annihilation is used, and it's caught 1. That's the spike! They have to break Tex out, and he's gone when he comes out the other side. Calm left with it all to do, and he's shut down. Putting Leviathan in jail, and it looks like Heibei's the warden. Lights out, though, for Kai. Aspas the one to find it.
Back to back.
He's been opening up well on this site, but there's always a response. Only the one to start, and the trades come in favor of the attack. Now the plant can come through. There's not much to deny it.
No surprises.
Maybe an attempt from Heibei. Oh, it's definitely not pretty.
I got the spot.
Eventually, Mazina will get the job done. And the only reason I'd say about Bianche going for this, credits are not bad. 2 players are incredibly low. Now, one of them is going to get healed. So that's something at least. Aspas is not going to be on his last legs, but we've already seen what Bianche can do. That information's crucial. Mazino willing to give up his life, potentially, just to try and find that. And why I think there's going to be the swing eventually from Aspas, but he's playing it slow. He's playing it patient. Bianche just trying to isolate one of these fights, but the crossfire should be enough to take him down, and it will be.
Plant the spot.
Could be crucial. We've already seen what they could do with that control, but clearly unaware of how far Com had got.
Great lurk by Com. Yeah, he's just been shift walking up the whole round.
Spike down.
Kill comes back in the other direction, and Aspas isn't happy about that, but he goes a little too far. Bianche waiting for him. Com walled off and dropped, and a stun in.
Uh-oh.
Retaking the control at the very least. King down to 58, and the double TP used. This time, the B site not so well defended. No traps waiting for them.
He's jumping
no
to the
annihilation. It's going to be the plant in the 2 versus 3.
Planted.
There needs to be an immediate shot connected, which there is. One goes their way. It's all up to King, and he gets all 3.
That they need. In goes Thrash, causing problems. In fact, detaining a teammate as well, but it's good enough. Aspas is caught, but they still have to get through that Viper's pit, and plenty of players are standing in their way. The spike right inside of it, but the sprays going Trace's way. Blind fire, and every shot landing. King and Com with the smoke now falling. Heibei dying because of the decay, and quite a lot of these players are decayed, but the health goes back to full. They start to tap that spike, cause the spams to go back in the other direction. Kai loses a lot of his life, and the spams aren't landing. They're not even close! Right under their nose! Trace of defuse behind the smoke! What's going to open up this round for the side of Leviathan? Dodging the annihilation, but the rocket doesn't land, and Mazino already out of the round. He's caught by a big play through the TP. Feng keeping the control up there. Aspas desperately trying to hold on to life on the site, but this attack side's being split, diverted, and now they've got nowhere to go. Sending it back in the other direction, utility awaits them, but more importantly, there's an aggressive stance from the Brimstone. Now falling back, conceding the space somewhat in the molly to slow them down. King's isolated by it. Beautiful utility. And although he's down to 5, please don't step into that Molotov. We've seen that one before. It's only Com. 1v3, the first kill easy, the other 2. Should be impossible, he's just stolen it. he's walked right in and walked away.
Wait a minute. He must have been in that smoke, but he's a little bit late. The thing is, the trip's still online. And in fact, Loki, he's gonna die here. Surely he's gonna die! The man was on 5 HP, but he still manages to land the headshot!
Blue King that has it all to do, and King about to walk straight into his angle, but hold on! One shot connected, still drawing breath. It buys enough time for the trade from Mazino.
Yeah, they're looking for Aspas as well. They want to try and close out some of these flanks, but they're slowly starting to be picked apart. Aspas just almost acting as distraction now as the rest of the team look to fight back in. Even still, they managed to hold on for a moment, but Mazino putting another in the death toll. He's traded out as well. Some utility being expended and that time ticking, and Com so desperately low. Hebe with a triple.
It's not too pacey for now, but there goes the utility that signals the start. The blast packs in and around elbow we go. It's not started out too well though. Leviathan taking all the picks, good flash, but it's dodged and King's there to support. Mazino steps up to the plate and leaves it into Kai, just with a pistol in hand. And only the one kill. Oh, an early bit of aggression as well, but Aspas still caught by the stun. It was sent from further back, so there was no safe haven. And now the nade puts pressure on Tex to try to push out of this angle. And the drone was watching him as he attempted the escape. Looks like a late lurk on mid might catch some value, and a very early peek in from Market gets next to nothing. The one-to-one trade's not really worthwhile. Great response by Trace already, and it's not going anywhere.
Com was... He's even going to get spotted, yeah. There's not even any way out. It's got a Rolling Thunder and a Hunter's Fury. They can delay a ridiculous amount of time, but King is holding. I don't know if he spotted Low King though. That second player, he's still watching in case somebody looks to wrap around from that corner. A good read from King, but he can't quite land the shot. Now they have to try and deal with it. Bianche's gone, and so is his ultimate, but that doesn't matter anymore. The time is ticking way too far. Trace
on the B site. They found space here for free before, and this time there's a showstopper to lead the way. Tex knew where he was, but couldn't quite get it done. They know Fung Fung's going to the back of the site, and the flash is good. Com trading it out, looking for more, finding it! 4 under his belt already. I don't know what Idapata said during that timeout, but it's got him fired up. Not much Hebe could do.
Overdrive utilized, information gone, a paranoia even sent through to try and leave them in awkward positions. Oh, in fact, almost a kill directly through the smoke. Re-aggression attempting to do something, but they are being torn apart. It's left all onto Kai. He knows where they are. The spam isn't going to do anywhere near as much as he's hoped for, and even though he catches the kill, they're already defusing. Just not enough time for him to get that done. An incredibly nice attempt of who's on the other side. Available to get aggressive, and it's actually Tex to land the first. The guy defending, the paranoia, the stun, in fact, everything has caught on to Aspas. He's still going forward, though! And he's just torn them a new one. It leaves Hebe to try and fight alone, but this round is for Aspas.
He had a tough time there, was shut down in every duel he went for, but now right back on form. Rolling Thunder used to deny the planned aggression from Fung Fung, caught immediately, and Aspas back to his old tricks, sliding around, looking for the fights and finding them. Com again, assisting on those kills, taking them down in the end, and Hunter's Fury used to try to keep them in the choke point. King is here, and he's defending his throne. 7.
Already a trap being set by the defensive side.
Oh. Well, that is quite the reaction.
Who was trapped?
Aspas doesn't seem to be slowing down, and right into the fight, but Hebe and Bianche, they've got the control. Trading it out, keeping the numbers now equal, and then that's when Law King steps it up. The paranoia doesn't land, but the shots do. The plant from Com. All that remains of the hope of Leviathan taking a pistol here. You know, 1 versus 2, both players 70 HP, no shields to work with, but they're already on the spike.
They've already pinged exactly where he was going, or at least it seemed it. Now starting to realize that he could have gone back in the other direction. The spam just not on at this point. Already getting it to half. They're going to look to try and fight him together. And there was a world where he wins that. It's only on a classic.
A lot of players pushed up. They're going to try to use the aggression to catch them off guard, make up for those weaker weapons, and it certainly worked to start with. Texas being spotted. He is completely surrounded. Players absolutely everywhere. There's no way out. He tries to fight his way out, and he's doing it. 3 big kills. This could have been a nail in the coffin for the round. Instead, an uphill battle remains for Trace. Kai, well, now detected. They've got all the information. The cage might buy him a moment to breathe, but his teammate's being dropped down to the classic. Aspus is dropped, but 20 HP left and a flank under. Get your gun out, Mazzino. Flank underway, now got him, stuns, got him. There's nowhere for Kai to go. It would have to be the headshots, and it's just not to be.
The purchase. An immediate push, though. Aspas has almost caught Bianca, and in fact, with the stun, he gets both players!
Follow-up is there from King to a site completely overrun. Blink and you miss it. I see the credits are low, but that felt more like an eco.
Yeah.
He just dismantled that setup. And now, well, all that's left is to save. You can see individual ability. The paranoia kept him back for a moment. Now it's time to push right back into that site. In goes Anders, Fury, and Aspas is shredding them, doing all the damage, making this ult look a lot stronger than it usually is. And he's got the firepower backing up every single duel. It's Kai left to do absolutely nothing.
Play against. Now that was a very good ult. I was about to say, we saw 3 players get pinged up immediately. I think there must have been either a combination flash or stun. I think it's definitely a stun.
The follow-up onto Com. Weak weapons across the board. Okay, Mazzino's making a play. Trigger discipline on display. Got one, but that's it. Fong Fong now activated. Tex, he tagged up by that nade, but he's not deterred. Still pushing forward. 2 players extremely low. One of them in this first crossfire. The firing squad takes it across the line.
They still have a lot of ults, but this is an early fight. How does he still get one?
Well, the stun certainly helped out. Might have saved the day. Push up from Trace on the back of the Rolling Thunder. They've gone through middle, but the paranoia sent them packing. One player had been caught by the Rolling Thunder as well, so definitely chopping up this defensive side aggression. However, Locking finding one puts the favor back on the defense. 3 players close, and the information there to play with. The attacking side executing's a different story. Seems like Trace have come back online at just the right time. 2 versus 4, and the info now in their hands.
Ooh, just getting out of there seemed like it would be difficult. They have managed it. All 4 players on this B side of the map, so
I have the spike.
They're able to move into this A site. They will be able to get themselves an afterplant.
Shadows traveling.
All the utility has pretty much been expended. An extra smoke is granted to King, but it's thrown down immediately. And you have to feel like this retake should be too difficult, but you never know.
I think they're deciding on whether to break that trap or just sit inside the smoke, and King's made the choice. No one's going to give him it, though. They're all going the other way. For a second, I thought Bianca would double back. They made the right call. Tech's already spotted. They don't know about King, but now they do. All the info there, but the kill's going the other way. Spike still needs to be defused. Kai does well, and the trap catches King eventually. Uses the Shrouded Step to try to fake them out, but Kai's not falling for that one.
Player lurking. In fact, a couple that could double up in a crossfire. Aspas is going to try again. This time he's caught, but so is Lord King as well.
The up rotate, checking the wrong angle as well. Tex able to grab one, and Kai is so desperately trying to pull this round back into their favor. King's gone down, and so's Mazzino. They know exactly where the last man is, but he gets the jump again. Out goes the cam, it's broken. He knows the defuse isn't underway, tries to stop it from getting to half. And while doing so, takes his 4th map from this series. Leviathan fighting for it. Showstopper fire, not landing. Aspas, he took the damage, but at least managed to trade out, and King still fighting for the backside control. Bianca caught off guard. It's Kai and Locking to do it all. The step out from Kai with the paranoia, but they're just evading him, dancing around this pillar, forcing the fight. This time, it seemed to go Trace's way. That's when King and Kong close out the map, 13-9. Recons and smokes, angle sectioned off. They know the backside is under their control, but down below, still one lurking. It's King for the double, and he's eventually shut down. But the damage is done. The drop though from Hebei that gives a chance back to Leviathan. They need to plant. 10 seconds on the clock. And the shock dart, they're not quite landing for the damage. King safe from the reveal. That's a blind side and a win for Leviathan.
There to be some counter utility. Paranoia is solid. It did catch one. Okay, that's not bad. At least a kill going their way. In fact, the second is there as well. Aspas, though, puts a pin in it. He's going to try and deny anything more, and even still, they managed a third kill.
2 versus 2, not a bad situation for Trace to find themselves in, but the door
Timing.
closed, blocks out a player. Kai up in heaven, not even punished for the kill. Now Calm surrounded, and he can only get one.
It's classics! Defense, but they start rotating away. They start pulling back. It will leave just 2 here to hold, and in fact, make that just 1. Well, King, the same as the pistol, needs to go big. The rotation has come through from above, but it's going to be an all-out brawl. Aspas, King combining, and Aspas again, leaving Kai, well, to save.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to want to risk this operator, is he? 4 players left alive for Leviathan. They don't have a sense that he's saving just yet, but they will eventually. And they're on the run from this annihilation. At least they should be.
Oh, no! It's going to be the catch. I don't know if they have time to break it. They should, but it doesn't matter. All too easy. The sensors are going to catch them as they look to make their way back into the site. Kai, though, he's gone from operator to Odin and somehow made it work. Back to the operator again. I don't know what that was. That was...
And this time, smoke for left. Nice shot by Law King, though. He's kept control over short. The reveal will give them all the info. There's no one here. A site wide open. Oh, but the flank! Not expected! That's a massive oversight from Leviathan.
He double shrouded step up the top of mid, so didn't make the step noises. And I don't know if that just completely caught Cobb off guard, or maybe he was just tunnel visioned in. But now they're going to try and fight more aggressively. There's 3 players. Blade Storm activated. Mizzino, again, we've seen this so many times. That stun causing issues. Over the top goes Kai, and then the trade is there. It's all onto Mizzino, fighting 1 versus 3. He knows where they're defusing. He's trying to catch him with the spam, but it's not accurate. It's not on. He's not getting anything. He's defusing right in front of him. And Biang is even there to...
They're using it just to stop these players from pushing out. And then the Hunter's Fury catches them on the way back. This was the plan all along. 1 kill and very close to more, sending them into Kai's waiting arms, and he's swinging out. He's going wide, and oh, he's in danger, but he's made it out alive.
There's so much damage done, even to Com. Left on 49 HP, but yeah, the goal was to force them back. The goal was to push them into Kai. The Hunter's Fury even utilized seemingly as a bonus. This time, though, Mizzino's not going to fall for the same trick twice. Now he's going to use that Annihilation. Low King caught. It leaves an isolated Feng Feng on the side. First goes his way, but he takes a lot of damage. The spray's not pretty. An opportunity from the brink of defeat in this round has presented itself to Leviathan at the hands of Mizzino.
He's trying to wall bang with the operator, and Heybei's wall banging with the Phantom. Caught the kills and left Tex all alone. 51 HP, a 1 versus 2. Kai is at least low, but Heybei has been consistent. He might be able to isolate a fight, but in fact, he's the one that's isolated.
In fact, not even needed. It's going to be the knife that does it instead. You'd think this would hold to them, but it doesn't. Instead, it's the swing. Heybei goes out. Already, they know all the information. They haven't spotted Low King either. And now it leaves everything onto Tex. He doesn't have a lot of time. And they know exactly where he is.
Well, his teammate's gone. And he has closed the door with the spike on the other side. He knows he doesn't have time to win this, but oh no!
An immediate TP from both sides. That's going to put another player in the boathouse. 10 seconds. They haven't even got close. They've got to get past an Odin. This is looking messy. They need to go right now, and they're going to get slaughtered. It has to be the plan. They have to stop it. In fact, I think he let go. I don't know if he's going to get this one. It doesn't even matter. It's absolutely... Coming into VCT China, coming into Champions as their first look. And right now, well, it looks like they've been here for years. Looking to make their way to join some pretty impressive teams over in the playoffs. Heretics up there. Another team of youngsters.
Spike down mid.
And right now, well, Kai, it doesn't even look like he needs support. He's going to go in for a little bit more. He's looking for style points at this point. Had support from his teammate this time after a miss, but even still, yeah, of course he's going back in for more. Why wouldn't he? Yet to take a point of damage. He's looking to put a 10th round on the board, and finally he's been put down. But does it matter?
And now on the cusp of victory. They've won every pistol bar, the one where they won the follow-up. And it looks like we're getting into the same boat. It's Aspas immediately eliminated, and the paranoia used to save them from being pushed down.
Where's he going?
Kai has gone running straight through, and the punish is there. A sense of normality, but with the B aggression, the site is now wide open.
He's gone rogue. At this point, I can't imagine that was the plan. But even still, they're going to come out with an advantage. The first pistol that Leviathan won was off Aspas with a 3K. He had a Blade Storm by round number 3. Oh, they're going to need a different hero to step up. King's had his moments. Fong is so far away. He's only just making his presence from behind them. Like, this is such a ridiculous lurk that I don't know if they're even going to question. He's still behind them. They've got to clear the players on the side. They have more pressing matters to attend to than this man sneaking up on the flag. A third kill up, but Com, alongside Mazzino, have done well. They've made this one competitive. They made it possible. It comes down to one, and actually...
Inside his cages, dash in, good for Kai. He's got control on the right side, putting pressure on. Aspas toying with the idea of going through. Only has a Guardian, and now the door is closed on him. It's Calm on backside. Odin in hand, and he doesn't last a second. In fact, it's Bianca to wallbang him out of the round. 5 versus 2. Looking for their 11th round. And what would be another nail in Lev's coffin for sure. Putting them to bed here and now 11 against Aspas. This could be the round decided. If Kai goes down, then they're in trouble.
Mind.
Instead, it's Aspas who falls immediately. Oh, almost catching them on the cross, and in fact catching them on the way out. Tex completely unaware. Annihilation goes through, but it looks like we'll have a counter spam, some utility perhaps.
It was immediately broken, but it doesn't seem to matter. The time now starting to tick, and they are fighting back into this one, leaving it all onto King. Lockdown going to be used, but he's looking to fight the site. In fact, he can get onto this one without too many problems. The first shot connected. They need a little more, and he's going to get it as well.
Just one away, and the shot from Kai dodges with the dash. Hunter's Fury fired through, and it's got one. Hey, just before the ult comes in, so he can't be rezzed.
Mazzino's gone, though. That leaves Com to try and make a play above the smoke. Doesn't want to overextend. It will be a post-spawn. I don't think there's anything that can be done about that. The second shock dart might do a little bit of damage. And some counter being put in. Kai not willing to give up this fight. Again, he's going to meet his opponent of Aspas and win another battle. But that Odin's still doing damage. Still making this one competitive. As Tex looks to try and jump down, he's caught by utility. They know that he's done it. The spam almost trying to act as a distraction, but both players now sat towards the generator, and a full wraparound from Kai, just waiting in the backlines. Tex with everything to do, and he has no idea that there's still another man there.
And if he does, they are ready and waiting, but the patience might pay off. He gets Kai, but that's it. Shut down after just one. The trades not coming through for Leviathan. Tex trying his best. 5 shots and a stinger down to the classic, and the Odin spray gets him. It's all on King. 1 versus 2. He clutched it out before, and now has the Vandal to work with. Time ticking, damage done, and he's being pushed back.
Oh, they're desperately trying to get this kill before he has the chance to isolate the battle. The plant is that moment as he looks for the swing. Nothing connected just yet, but he's definitely tagged a little lower. Isolating these jewels is not going to be easy. They play this one together, and it seems like it's all over. King gets that first spot, but now they know exactly where he is. They're going to try and play this, and they almost line up, but almost doesn't win anything. Last year,